Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Total Biscuit here with a campaign update for the King of the Web contest. We are doing very, very well, needless to say. We have passed 1.6 million votes. That puts us over 600,000 votes ahead of anybody else in the contest. In fact, I think, if my mathematics are correct, we have more votes than every other contestant put together. Not bad. Not bad at all, guys. We've done a stellar job there. Also, that means that's the first million votes past the 600,000 mark, where I said I'd give $1 for every 1,000. So that's $1,000 extra that's now going to the charity water campaign. Not only that, it gets even better, if you can actually believe it. Yes, it does. Because our charity water campaign, in and of itself, is going really, really well before we even win the prize. The amount of money we're going to be able to give to charity water is unbelievable. Such a fantastic effort in just a couple of short weeks. I'm very proud of every single one of you. The current total at the time of making this video for charity water is $2,475 with 48 donations. So some very generous donations from there. I'm going to read out a few names. Very, very happy with these guys. Mark Popplewell, thank you very much. Thomas Arnold, Anders Persson, Mark Watson, Arrow Salo, Kevin Weber. Anonymous donations as well, of course. We've got Lakuz Kaczynski, I hope I got that right. Dominic Aram, Gustav Brandt Gregerson, which does sound very Viking, I'm a fan of that. Kevin Wu, Randomir Kujovic, Simon Cruz Madsen, Andrew Power, which is an awesome name, my god. Joseph Calise, Laura McMichael Cardi, Rodrigo Denicol, Jeremy Pepper, Victor Dombrado, Greg Whitman, Brendan Morland, Markel Lazensky, Matthew Essen, Honey Badger, who evidently just gives what he wants. We've got Oscar von Essen, Furen Raksukul, Trevor Bonanti, an anonymous donor that gave $500, so thank you very much for that. Thomas Poguntiki, I'm sorry if I mangled that. Christopher Granus, Jacob Stein Hansen, Lars Frost, Marcus Holm, Karam Hines, Caitlin Bryce, Lucas Eller, Alexander Iverson, Frederick wow, this is amazing. Frederick Wandel, or is it Vandel von Benzen? I don't know, but it's an amazing name nonetheless. Thank you very much from Denmark, that one, and Jimmy Gosens. Those are the donors there. Thank you very much. So you've raised $2.5 grand already. We can add $1 grand from that for the current number of votes, and also the $7,500 prize. We are going past the 10 grand mark here. That's absolutely stellar. It really, really is. I'm very impressed with people, so thank you very much. However, we're not done yet. We've still got a few days left. 3 days, 5 hours to be precise from the date that this video was made. There's a couple of things I want to talk about. The first thing is the bonus votes. So I've been letting people know this on the campaign blog, but I want people here to know it as well. If you spend all your votes 5 days in a row, you earn 10 bonus votes. These bonus votes do not expire at any point, which means that you can actually save them for the Battle Royale, which is the big King of the Web contest between all of the winners, which is happening in August 2012. We don't know what the prize is yet, but we expect it's going to be massive, and we're willing to give all of that money to charity as well before we even know how much it's going to be. We don't care. 25 grand, 50 grand, 100 grand, 500 grand, we don't care. It's all going to go to charity. And we would love you guys to save those votes if at all possible, because that gives us a nice boost. We're going to be fighting up against some very, very powerful players, and while I'm confident in our alliance, we're still going to have to fight hard to get that top spot in that contest. Now, what I'm also going to be doing is, after this particular event is done, I'll be bowing out until the Battle Royale. I'll be throwing my support behind other people, no doubt. I'll also continue to vote, because that means that I can continue to acquire bonus votes. I would encourage everyone to continue to take part in the King of the Web contest after this one is done, because another one will be starting fairly shortly afterwards. Vote for whoever you want to vote for, and keep building those bonus votes up, because by the time we get to the Battle Royale, we can have so many votes. An absurd number. A little bit of basic mathematics for you guys, and obviously this is just a rough estimate. So if we were to look at August, that being the 8th month of that year, we can say that there's basically 8 months between now and the Battle Royale. That's 240 days. Obviously, once again, rounded up, nice easy number. 240 divided by 5 gives you the total of 48. That is 48 sets of bonus votes. That's 480 votes you can actually build up if you have the opportunity to vote every day. And I don't know if you do, because I imagine there's a gap between the first contest and the next. I don't know. I haven't really been following this all that much. But you could build up a lot of bonus votes. If everyone did that, we would be able to storm ahead so quickly in the Battle Royale. I would encourage everyone to start building those votes up and do just that. Also, the final thing I want to say, that since we're so comfortably in the lead, if you want to keep giving votes to me, by all means, because like I say, every 1,000 I'll give an extra $1 to charity, so that's great. But if you fancy voting for someone else for a day, I would have to recommend in the top 10, probably my favorite has got to be Lindsay Stomp. Incredibly talented violinist. Definitely worth having a look at. She's currently number 6 on the board. I think it would be really nice if she ended up getting at least in the top 5, because I certainly think she deserves it. I'll put a link in the description below this video if you want to go and throw maybe a day's worth of votes at Lindsay. It's entirely up to you, of course. I'm just putting my support behind that person particularly because I think she's probably the most deserving in that list when it comes to just sheer raw talent. I mean, she blows any of the rest of us, including myself, out of the water when it comes to actual talent. She is a damn good musician, and in fact, it actually makes me kind of sad that I don't play a musical instrument anymore. Perhaps I should start again. Whatever the case, that's me done for this particular campaign video, folks. Thank you very much. There's still 3 days to go, so do keep an eye on things. Do not get complacent. Certainly possible for a 11th hour surge there from the guy in second place, PBAT. He could bring in some support. It's probably not going to happen, but still, keep an eye on it and continue to vote, because every 1,000 votes is an extra $1 to charity. We've already blown every last record of Kings of the Web out of the water. I intend to do that once again in the Battle Royale, so let's gear up for a hard, and brutal fight in August 2012 for the cause of Charity Water. Thank you for your support. I'll see you next time.